Good morning. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me on the vlog. Today I'm going to be kayaking on Lake Hartridge. It's the northernmost lake on the southern chain in the Winter Haven area. And it's got an interesting little water feature that I'm going to highlight later in the video. So let's go kayaking. So I'll start off this video by apologizing for putting my head so prominently into the picture. Clearly I didn't do a very good job of framing the shot before I hit the record button. And unfortunately, most of this video, this is what you're going to be seeing. I'll try to do better in future videos. But the upside is that's a brand new hat, and I'm pleased to announce that it worked very well. It's very comfortable. Did a great job of keeping the sun off me, and was still nice and breezy and airy and kept me nice and cool. So I'm sure many of you out there were dying to know that kind of thing. Now you know. Now this is a setup worth having if you're going to live on the lake. Got you a nice boat slip, and a nice little cabana for mixing drinks, cookouts, things of that nature. Now that is how you do the lake style. Many of the lakes in this area are interconnected by canal system, and this is what they typically look like. You want to go from one lake to another, you just motor down at idle speed and you go from one lake to another. However, not all canals look like this, as you will see later in this video. Do you see the gator? The kayak is pointed almost straight at it. The gator is just slightly to the right of where the kayak is pointed, and the gator is on the other side of that little patch of water that has all the ripples on it. You'll have to look pretty closely. There's just little bumps. He just has his eyes and his nose above the water line, but that's him. And now he's gone under. I figure that gator was about 4 feet long, and he was playing a little game of hide and seek. If you didn't see him, don't worry, because he just popped back up. Now he's straight in front of the kayak in the smooth part of the water. This is just kind of a pretty scene. Kind of a beautiful dilapidation. Sailing along the north shore, and I have a little breeze at my back, which is always nice. So as you can see, I'm moving right along, and I am not paddling a bit. The best way to go kayaking. That's a beautiful property, beautiful house, sweeping down to the lake. Very nice. So this is a canal between Lake Hartridge and Lake Conine. The significance of that is Hartridge is on what's called the southern chain and Conine is on the northern chain, and for many, many years this canal was blocked off due to the fact that the water levels of the two chains are fairly different. I think there's about a 4-foot vertical difference. This lock system you're looking at was built just a few years ago. It's a guillotine style, and it allows boats to travel from one chain to another. So here's the lock system. It's a guillotine style, which means these doors don't swing open horizontally, they lift vertically. The central pond in there is full, so to go in, this front door is going to raise up. I'm going to float in. The door behind me closes. The far door is going to raise up a little bit, draining the central pond until it is level with the far chain, and then it'll rise up the rest of the way. Let's see how that works. I have pushed this button to activate the lock system, and here we go. Apparently this works on a timer. It lifted it up just a few inches and stopped for a minute or two. Then it lifted up a few more inches, stopped for a minute or two. And now it's coming up the rest of the way. I'll speed up parts of this video to about 4 times their normal speed because, let's face it, watching a gate go up and down isn't exactly gripping video. And besides, that beeping constantly is annoying as all. So I've come through that lock system, that lock gate there. I'm now in the holding pond. Going to go that way. I'm going to push the button here, and we'll see what happens. And it should be right about there. Now, this one, yep, bumps open just a little. And now water's starting to flow out underneath it. And I can already tell just a few seconds in that my hand, I am sinking because I'm holding on to the rail here, and I can tell my hand is going up. Actually, I am going down. you can see how much the water level changes at the bottom here, and then it goes about up to here. These are high water marks, but the lakes aren't currently at that high level right now. So now I got to reach up way up there and push that button and start the whole process. I can't reach it, but I have to reach it with my paddle. And away we go. So I'm coming out of the canal and back onto Lake Hartridge, and I quickly realized that the breeze has picked up significantly and is blowing straight across the lake and hitting me full broadside on the right. The waves weren't tall, but you can see the water's very disturbed and choppy, and with the kayak rolling side to side, you're rolling your hips, but you're trying to keep your upper body stable, and it just makes for very tiring conditions. After a few minutes of battling these conditions, I just decided I was heading straight for the boat ramp, which I did initially, but even that heading put me on a crosswind. So ultimately, I just decided to turn straight into the wind, hit the waves head on, which is the safest, most stable way to do it, and then just grind my way across the lake, which is ultimately what I did.